Rockman, as it was known in Japan, was released in 1987 by Capcom for the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Japanese Famicom. It has some of the worst cover art of all time, which is really a shame because I think it's one of the top 10 platformers ever made. Let's give it a try. Alright, in Mega Man you control that little blue guy, and I believe his name is Mega Man. And I think he's kind of a part robot, I'm not sure. He's either part robot or cyborg or something. Either way, one of his arms is a cannon and the other is regular. Or at least as regular as it gets for a robotic cyborg type of guy. So in Mega Man, you battle your way through 6 stages. Each of them ends in a robotic boss master. And when you defeat the boss, the robotic boss, you acquire their special skill. Each robotic boss has a distinct special skill, and once you acquire their skill, you can switch in the select screen to switch weapons back and forth. And when you switch to a special weapon, you have a special weapon meter. But thus far in the review, I have yet to acquire any special weapons, so I'm stuck with the normal arm cannon. Now, Mega Man was pretty well received when it first came out, and it went on to somewhat critical success by a number of sequels. The game is generally overlooked in the long run as one of the better Nintendo NES or Famicom games, and that surprises me because it's a wonderful little game. It's a platformer, sure, but it's a very intricate platformer. If you're not used to playing a platformer, the difficulty level could seem quite high at first, but it fits somewhere in the range of medium for platformers of the time. It wasn't impossible, yet it wasn't a walkthrough. Now, like I said earlier, there are 6 stages to this game, and then there's a 7th final stage where you fight the end boss of all end bosses. It's Dr. Willy, I believe. I've heard it pronounced Dr. Wily also, but I've always thought of it as Dr. Willy. Anyhow, Dr. Willy is this mad scientist who created all these crazy robotic creatures to try and kill you. And when you kill an end boss in this game, you acquire their ability. And this game, it's an interesting backstory on when this game was created. It was originally called Rockman in Japan, and that was because the game designers compared it to rock, paper, scissors, where every weapon has a strong point and a weakness. So certain weapons will be very useful against certain enemies, and against other enemies those same weapons could be very weak. And it provides a lot of interesting gameplay on how you approach beating the game, because you can take the stages in any order except for, of course, the last end stage with Dr. Willy, or Wily, or whatever the f*** you want to call him. Now, that may seem like a simple concept today, but if you look back at how this game was programmed, each individual enemy and boss had to be programmed in such a way that it had to allow for damage scales for 7 different weapons. It's 6 special weapons and your regular arm cannon. And that took a tremendous amount of time and planning in the programming department, especially to make the game as balanced and well-playing as it is. And an interesting other little side note is it was known as Rockman in Japan, and the reason why they changed the title was because when they went to trademark the title Rockman, Nintendo, or actually Capcom, found that there was already a product that was trademarked as Rockman, which was some kind of amplifier or something or other. So they had to go at the last minute and change the name. So let's get back into the gameplay here. You may have noticed there are different kinds of power-ups you can pick up, and those include a small and large energy power-up. I just picked up the large one a moment ago. There's also small and large weapons power-ups for ammo. and they just give you extra ammo for whatever particular special weapon you're using. And yeah, they operate more or less the same as the energy power-ups, except for your weapon meter. Here you can see I just entered the hallway for the end boss, and there's a couple of last enemies to defeat. The little pellet I just picked up was a points bonus, and they tally up at the end of the stage for a points multiplier. You can also pick up extra guys, and they're in the shape of a Mega Man head. And there's something called a Yashichi, or something along those lines, which is a 100,000 point bonus. But that's a very, very rare item in the game. Now you can see I had very little energy when I got the Cut Man, and I died pretty quickly. But you'll see I can continue from the hallway that leads to Cut Man, which is a very nice feature. In this game, when you die, there's like a halfway point continue, where if you die past that point, you continue at about the halfway point of the stage. And there's also this end segment continue, where if you die on the end boss, you just start in that little hallway right before the end boss. Now, like I said earlier, this game does allow you to start in any stage except for the very final end stage. And I always chose Cut Man, because I thought he was more or less the easiest for me, but everybody has their own approach to which boss to start with. And it's almost like a chess-like strategy, because you have to think a couple of moves ahead, at least one stage ahead, with acquiring the weapon from the one end boss before it to use on the next stage or the next end boss. And sometimes you'll try this game out for the first time, or the first time in many years, and you won't know exactly which stage to pick first. And a little bit of trial and error will tell you that, oh, I think I should try this stage after I acquire this weapon or that weapon. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a very challenging game. It requires a lot of thought. Now you can see we're on Bomberman stage, and the background, music, and all kinds of different elements, even enemy design, is a bit different than Cut Man stage or anybody else's stage. And it makes the game, it gives the game a good feel for each stage. It's a completely different world, and it makes it a lot of fun to play. Here you can see I'm at the final boss of the Bomberman stage, which is Bomberman himself. And Bomberman, like all the other end bosses, has a distinct feel, distinct style, and type of gameplay. Bomberman obviously likes to jump around a lot and throw bombs. And he stomped on my ass pretty quick. Now, I did say that Mega Man was a pretty successful game, but not all that popular. And some people might disagree with me. But Nintendo rated it its 61st or 2nd best game of all time. And that's not very high on the list, I don't think. In my books, it ranks somewhere in around probably in the top 10 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. But Nintendo themselves rated it 60-something for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And yeah, a lot of people don't disagree with that rating. I do, however. Now, you can, of course, pick up Mega Man by not looking too hard for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a very common game cart. But you can also pick it up on the Wii Virtual Console. And if you're playing games through the Wii Virtual Console, I'd definitely give this one a try. And this game in some places is also available on cell phones. I know it's available in Japan on cell phones. I'm pretty sure Europe, but I'm not positive whether you can get it in North America or South America on cell phones. Now, there were many sequels to Mega Man, and some of them better than others, but I think the classic first one, the original Mega Man title, is one of the better ones. It's a lot of fun to play. The graphics are wonderful to look at for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and the gameplay is very strong. The character design is wonderful. It's an all-around great game. I highly recommend picking it up, whether you pick it up for the actual Nintendo, Famicom, a cell phone, or even the Wii Virtual Console. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.